it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man, you could tap in or you could tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money and chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex. That time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K. All right, even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, everybody that's making their way to the realest channel on YouTube, which is Grown Man Business TV, yours truly. All right, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, do me a favor, my G's, all right? Hit the like button and wipe off your feet before you step into the building. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. Every time you step foot in the realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to everybody in the DM. Yo, GMB TV, where you at? What's going on? Well, you already know, man, I'm crossing state lines at all time. The weather was pretty crazy. The weather was outrageous. We're going to talk about that, right? So I'm back at the big house, and it's nothing else to do but to tap in with the people, tap in with the subscribers. Y'all already know we in here, all right? Now, a lot of people is in the DM. Yo, GMB TV, what's your thought process on the situation with Jcole? Yo, GMB TV, what's your perspective on the whole mix CD that Jcole just dropped? You know what I mean? The birthday blizzard. What's your thoughts on that? And, you know, I said, you know what, let's go ahead and bait the algorithm. You know what I mean? One thing for sure, two things for certain. I was going to really bait the algorithm. You know what I mean? It's a lot to talk about. It's a lot going on in these YouTube streets. And I was going to go ahead and bait the algorithm for real, which we are going to do. But I said, man, regardless on how it go up or regardless of how it go down, right? I want to talk about this Jcole situation. Absolutely nasty work. Absolutely nasty work on multiple different levels and multiple different angles with this. And I said, you know what? What better way than to come back into this, get my people, get the algorithm lit up, get back into circulation of things, right? Then to talk about this hip hop thing. You understand this little thing of ours? Yeah. I like to call it this little thing of ours, like the Italians call a mob. Yeah, this little thing we created, hip hop, right? What better way than to jump back into it? So we're going to have a conversation. And I want y'all to, you know, in the chat, I want y'all to let me know, y'all rocking with this from Jcole or y'all not subscribed to it? Y'all locked in with Jcole and the Fall Off album, or y'all rejecting it? And then I'm going to give y'all my perspective as well. But you already know, before we go any deeper, before we get back in the algorithm, before we get things jumping again, right? I got to do something, man. I gotta. Listen, man, I got to customize the chat. Oh, you thought I forgot about customizing the chat? Nah, I ain't forget about customizing the chat. Yeah, it is what it is. It'll be what it's going to be. But the higher-ups and the elites are playing chess at the highest level, my G. The higher-ups and the elites are always trying to muffle the message. They always trying to shadow ban the channel. The higher-ups and the elites understand that Grown Man Business TV is an absolute threat to the establishment. Absolutely. Also, they understand that the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. So we're going to have a conversation tonight. Yeah, we're going to talk about Jcole. We're going to talk about the birthday blizzard. Now, I'm going to approach this from multiple different angles, and y'all already know it's nobody that's going to connect the dots like Grown Man Business TV. So we're going to have some fun tonight. Big salute to any and everybody that's in the algorithm. If you're scrolling, you know what I mean, late night rolling and doom scrolling, and you come across the live stream, you already know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we ain't went nowhere. You know what I mean? Now, let's get to it. Let me do some customizations to the chat. Big Slew, I see y'all in here. Breezy Santana, I see my big wrenches in here. Man, we gonna have a conversation. It's been about a week. You know what I mean? Big salute to everybody in the DM. Listen, it ain't been that long. It only been a week. But y'all act like I've been gone for 2 years or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mr. Universe, what it do, my G? My wrenches is in here. Listen, y'all act like I've been gone for 2.5 years. These YouTube streets get dry when Grown Man Business TV ain't around. When y'all ain't getting that pure dope straight off the brick directly into the bottles. I know how it feel. Yeah. I know how it feel when you roaming these YouTube streets, you looking for that pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. Ain't nobody got that pure dope. You know, the dope man ain't home. You got to call your other people to see if you got to lock in with these other content creators. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know y'all all in the yo GMB TV. What the deal? Hey man, it ain't been nothing but 6 days. You know what I mean? It ain't been nothing but 6 days. I just wanted to put that out there. You know what I mean? I know how it is though. Pure dope is hard to find. Yeah, pure dope straight off the brick directly into the bottle. Oh, it's hard to find. This content been stepped on. They stepping on the content. These niggas all in these niggas done mixed up quinine, baking soda, fentanyl. This content got fentanyl in it. Yeah, respectfully. You know what I mean? And what we gonna talk about what's going on in these YouTube streets. We back in the algorithm. Hey, yo, big salute to the homie Zippy with the drippy. We gonna do some customizations and we gonna talk. But I see y'all all in the DM and all that. Yo, you see Zippy. We're gonna talk about the homie Zip with the drippy. You know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, before we talk about that, before we get any, before we do what we do with that, I want to say salute to the Zippy with the drippy. Yeah, them cornballs is putting you in position. The dweebs, the sidewalk dudes, they helping you out. They lending a helping hand. Let's make sure we're gonna talk about that as well, man. But big salute to Zippy, Netflix and all that. I seen them. I seen it. Listen, man, I'm a supporter of everybody. You know what I mean? We don't give a damn podcast. I'm saluting to that. You know what I'm saying? Zippy with the drippy. I'm saluting. I'm congratulating all the YouTubers that's getting to something and making a way, because I'm one of them. So we're going to talk about that as well. Y'all in my DM, you know what I said? Listen, we're going to have a conversation tonight. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk. Big salute to Re-Up Gang. They in the DMs. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of movement. It's a lot of mechanical movement going on with this content creation. I mean, so I ain't mad at it. Salute to Zippy, Rory and Mile. We're going to talk about that. I might do a whole live stream on that. But tonight we just going to bait the algorithm and get back in the algorithm. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, man. They acting like I thought I've been gone for 4-5 years the way they ended. Yeah. Yo, where you at? Yo, it ain't been nothing but 5 days. What's the deal? You know what I mean? Relax, baby. I got you. You know what I mean? I ain't go nowhere. I'm right here. Salute. Appreciate that 5-piece nugget. Yeah. Nico Net Media. Salute, my G. You already know. Now listen, man. Hold on. You see that right there up under that 4-piece nugget, that 5-piece nugget. You see that right there up under that 5-piece nugget. Listen, man. You know what I mean? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, doing your Twittering with your Twitter fingers and all the Twittering with the Twitter fingers that you want to do in the chat, using your Twitter fingers to do the Twittering with your Twitter fingers. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV. All right? I would appreciate that. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, man. Salute to Zip. Salute to the High. Salute to Harlem legend, China Brim. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a conversation, right? But we're gonna stay on track. But big salute to everybody, and big salute to Re-Up Gang. You know what I'm saying? Re-Up Gang VA, Push, Malice. They in the DMs, right? We having some conversations. I can't lie, man. I can't make this up. This situation, we have grown and we have cultivated this situation so organically that I can't even predict it. I can't even make it up. You know what I mean? It's like a movie. It's like a Broadway. Yeah, you already know it's The Matrix. All right? But it's a lot of movement going on when it comes to this content creation. It's a lot of movement going on in New York City. It's a lot of movement going on in VA. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to knock nobody, but we're going to talk about it. All right? For sure. We're going to do what we do. But let's stay right here. Jcole. He drops a birthday blizzard. Now, a lot of people is feeling some type of way about this. A lot of people is saying, yo, we ain't rocking with it. And a lot of people is saying they are rocking with it. Now, I want to know from y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if you rocking with this new J. Cole, the Fall Off album, the Birthday Blizzard. Put a number 2 if you're not rocking with J. Cole. You know what I mean? Let's get a feel for what the people is rocking with. Put a 1 in the chat if you rocking with Cole, the Fall Off album, Birthday Blizzard, mix CD. Put a number 2 in the chat if you ain't rocking with J. Cole. If you ain't locked in with him, you ain't feeling it, and you got your reasons, right? Now, Grown Man Business TV, I'm going to say this, right? I'm always going to rock with J. Cole as a lyricist. I'm always I've been rocking with Cole. I've been listening to Cole since he was a mixtape artist. There is a connection with J. Cole because he is so nice. Lyrically, J. Cole he got to be top 3 right now. There's really not too many rappers that could really touch J. Cole lyrically. If you like him, if you don't like him. If we talking about pure hip hop, we talking about pure lyrics, we talking about one of the main foundations of this little thing of ours, right? Lyrics. J. Cole is top 3. There is not 2 artists out right now that can lyrically go bar for bar with J. Cole, right? So because of that, I'm gonna listen to the Fall Off album. I'm looking forward to the Fall Off album. I've already listened to one of the tracks off of the Birthday Blizzard, produced and hosted by DJ Clue. And I gotta say, man, that song, I can't think of the name of the song, but it's fire. And it's the song that he is addressing all of the situations that happen with the big 3. He's talking about that. Okay, now, with that being said, I gotta agree with Fat Joe when it comes to J. Cole. And it hurt my heart. You know what I mean? It hurt my soul to have to agree with Knock Knee Fat Joe on this particular situation in this particular angle. But I gotta say, I gotta agree with Fat Joe. And one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, I kept the receipts. Absolutely, I kept the receipts. I don't go nowhere without the receipts. And I'm going to play the receipts. Yeah, I ain't go nowhere without the receipts. And, I'm going to play the receipt of Fat Joe talking about J. Cole, and I'm going to go deeper on that angle. But I got to agree, it really broke my heart when J. Cole apologized and, backed out of the battle. It broke my heart as a hip hop fan, as a pillar when it come to this culture. You know what I mean? I grew up in the culture. I was raised by this thing. I was raised by hip hop. I was raised by this little thing of ours. And it broke my heart to watch J. Cole backpedal. You know what I mean? It really changed my perspective on J. Cole as far as one of the greatest, or who's the best, or just a member in this little thing of ours. You know what I mean? And not only did he back out the battle, right? That was one level of it. But the 7-minute drill song that he did, going at Kendrick Lamar, he took it off of all DSPs. He took you can only find it on YouTube. And that right there was another level. Like, okay, if you're going back out the battle because of your spiritual beliefs and where you're going in life, I could somewhat respect that. You lose points though, and you are downgraded. You are no longer, one of the ones in a race to be the greatest, respectfully. But then to take the actual song down off of all DSPs and act like you never did it and act like you never dropped it. And, that right there was a different level of light-skinned. I don't want to call J. Cole a coward, all right? I don't want to, I was going to call him a coward. But I'm going to call it the Chico Jabbar syndrome, the Al B. Shaw syndrome, The Christopher Williams syndrome. Don't wake me. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Christopher Williams, Al B. Shaw, and Chico DeBarge. He got that light-skinned in him. He took the shit down like he never did it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that was one of them joints. When I heard that 7-minute drill, I was like, oh yeah, Jcole about to bomb. He about to bomb on these niggas. Yeah, that joint was a subtle nuclear bomb. You know what I mean? And a lot of people let it go over their head or under their bridge. He was smoking. He was smoking on that track. And he took it off all DSP. So again, I lost a lot of respect for Jcole. And I really had to look at Jcole for who he is. You know, it don't matter how tough you know how the light skins is. Y'all get real Chico DeBarish. Y'all get real Christopher Williams. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Girl, don't wake me. Yeah. You niggas don't want to be woke up when you're dreaming. Yeah, you get on your Christopher Williams, and you don't want to be woken up out of your sleep while you're dreaming. Cause I'm dreaming, just let me sleep. You remember the song. Yeah, J. Cole's no different. Okay? Now, we're going to get into some of these receipts, but I want you to, J. Cole don't really understand why people feel like this. He feels like, everybody wants you to do this and everybody wants you to do that. No, J. Cole, for your real fans, for the real listeners, the ones that been around since the come up, the blow up, the warm up, the ones that were around before workout, you know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z, we remember you talking in a certain way. We remember you saying things like, I'm the best and ain't nobody going to stop this. Can't nobody fuck with me. Nobody can rock with me. And if anybody get out there, we going to get it jumping. J. Cole been talking like that his whole career. He been saying basically, I can't wait for one of you rappers to jump out the window so I could show you that this light skin don't mean nothing. Like Chris Brown and Trey Songz. Light-skinned niggas from Virginia that cannot wait for you to react the wrong way so they could put hand and feet on you. So you could know that just because he a light-skinned R&B singer, he still will put hands and feet on you. J. Cole was the same way. He was saying all these years, yo, bro, I know I'm light-skinned, but if one of you dudes jump out the window, yeah, I can't wait. And then as soon as they got jumping and they got cracking and shit got real, now all of a sudden you a monk. You a spiritual, you a spiritual being and all that. You a religious man. Soon as it get real, soon as it's time to really go into the battlefield and go to war, now all of a sudden you a goddamn monk. We respectfully, that's something that, you ain't gonna be able to just, you ain't gonna be able to just talk that talk and think, nah, homie. For all these years, you was talking real slick in your rhymes. And then soon as one of those dark-skinned field niggas, Kunta Kinte, Kendrick Lamar represents Kunta Kinte, a field nigga. Yeah. Soon as a goddamn Wesley Snipes, Nino Brown looking type of nigga run down on you, apply some pressure, now all of a sudden you're a monk. You a goddamn Thailand monk. You a spiritual being, and you don't want no smoke, and you don't want to go to war, and you apologizing. It was a sad day in hip hop when you did that, J. Cole. Yeah, it was a sad day in hip hop. You remember in New Jack City when Nino Brown told Christopher Williams to sit his $5 ass down before he make change? You remember that, don't you? You remember when Nino Brown took that sword, stabbed G Money in the hand, showed the world with them curly head niggas. Yeah, you Al B. Shore looking niggas. Showed them what we like to do. That's what happened when Jcole and Kendrick Lamar went to war with each other. Kendrick Lamar stabbed your hand with the knife, told Drake to sit his $5 ass down before he make change. And yeah, it is what it is, man. Matter of fact, I want to say this. Let's rewind. Let's reverse that. Let's reverse it. Kendrick Lamar was Nino Brown. Okay? Okay? Drake is G Money. Drake is at the chair. Nino Brown stabbed his motherfucking hand. Told him, yeah, don't you ever let this shit happen again. Choke him up with the chain and all that. Christopher Williams is Jcole. Soon as Christopher Williams jumped up, Nino Brown, Kendrick Lamar told him, sit your $5 ass down before I make change. And guess what Jcole did? He set his $5 ass down because he didn't want to be made change. So I want to just put that out there. And I don't want to, I know I'm going to connect the dots, but I need you to understand, and I want everybody that's listening to understand this. Kendrick Lamar is Nino Brown. Drake, G Money. Jcole, Christopher Williams. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. With all that being said, right? With all that being said, I still want to hear the music. I want to hear the music, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta agree with Knock Knee Fat Joe. And I'm gonna play this receipt just so y'all can get some context on what Knock Knee Fat Joe, the beluga Puerto Rican, the beluga, yeah, what he had to say. Drake was G Money. I want y'all to put this, get this visual in your mind, right? Drake is G Money. Jcole is Christopher Williams, the banker, the man from the bank. Kendrick Lamar, that's Nino Brown, the darkest nigga in the group, the blackest nigga around. Yeah. He choked you. He stabbed. He subdued G Money. Put a knife on his hand. You know what? You know what? I had it right the first time. I had it right the first time. Kendrick Lamar is Nino Brown. Drake is Christopher Williams. And Jcole is G Money. He told G Money to sit his $5 ass down before he made change. He stabbed Christopher. Drake was Christopher Williams. You choke him up? Yeah. He choked Jake. Yeah, he choked Drake ass up. Stabbed his hand. Told that nigga, don't never let this shit happen again, nigga. I kill your ass in here, nigga. Respectfully, I love that movie. That's my favorite part of the movie. Yeah, he walked in there with that dog and all that. Yeah, let the Rockweiler go. You know what I mean? Niggas was sitting at the table. You know what I mean? Told the motherfucker bunch of light-skinned ass, curly hair ass nigga, all at the table and all that. Yeah, we gonna get some straightening in here. Yeah, we gonna get some straightening tonight, nigga. Huh? You, Christopher Wallace, Christopher Williams, G Money, nigga, we getting some straightening tonight. Tonight. Kendrick Lamar is Nino Brown, all right? Drake was Christopher Williams. He got choked up. He got his hand stabbed. And G Money is Jcole. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Big salute to the chat, man. Big salute to the chat, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is what it is, B. You feel me? Jcole is an amazing artist, but he's not an MC. MCs go to war. That's a part of this. We're gonna talk about that. Go ahead and talk to the people. Knock knee, Fat Joe, the beluga Puerto Rican. Talk to the people. Look.
I don't look at him the same. He ain't come outside. The fucking sword is dog. I don't care what he spit. Cause I've been listening to him. I always said he's one of the greatest. And all that is irrelevant to me when you talking all that gangster shit and they call you to the yard and you don't step outside. I can't look at you. I don't give a fuck if you lose. I never forget. Big up Jcole, the whole crew, North Carolina and all that, but he caught stage fright. Supposed to come outside, man. I don't look at him the same. He ain't come outside. The fucking sword is dog. I don't care what he spit. Cause I've been listening to him. I always said he's one of the greatest. And all that is irrelevant to me when you talking all that gangster shit and they call you to the yard and you don't step outside. I can't look at you. I don't give a fuck if you lose. I never forget. Big up Jcole, the whole crew, North Carolina and all that, but he caught stage fright. Supposed to come.
Now, I want to say something, and I agree with that. I do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I just think I think J. Cole is like a hybrid, right? Because he's so nice. He's so nice that it feel like he an MC. It feel like he's one of them ones, right? But he's really not though. He's you know, Drake is a rapper. Drake is a pop star. I don't really look at Drake as a rapper or MC. I look at Drake as a pop artist that emulates rappers and emulates styles, and he's an actor, right? J. Cole to me is a rapper. He is really nice with his lyrics. He is really, really refined, right? But an MC is going to go to battle. All the way down to KRS-One, Jay-Z, Nas, you know, Jadakiss, you know, Jay-Z, Nas, Jadakiss. Just these three artists are just as good as J. Cole, if not better than J. Cole. And they understand the elements of this hip-hop thing. They understand the elements that it takes to be a certified, you know, MC. In battles, war is one of them. It just is what it is. It's something that you have to partake in if you are a part of this culture and you want to be respected on a certain level. So Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are respected on totally different levels when it comes to what an MC is, when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to who's the best. When it comes to these things, J. Cole will never be ranked on the same level as a Pusha T, as a Kendrick Lamar, etc. It don't matter how nice you are. We're not talking about just who's the nicest lyrically. Because if you're saying who's the nicest lyrically, I don't put J. Cole over Pusha T. Lyrically, I don't put J. Cole over Jay-Z. I don't put J. Cole over Kendrick Lamar. I don't put J. Cole over Nas. I would put him in the same mix-up, in the same class, lyrically, as these other elite titans, right? Lyrically. But when it come to everything else, he don't elevate to that level. He don't elevate to that level because when it was time to go to war, he backed out. He took a higher plane. He became a monk. And salute to him for doing that. That's his choice. That's his prerogative. You understand what I'm saying? But in this culture, you don't elevate to a titan. You don't elevate to the grand finale without having a battle or two. Without being tested. I told y'all, and I tell y'all, and I'm going to continue to tell y'all, you don't have testimony until you've been tested. You got to be tested, homie. You got to go through the fire. I don't want to get biblical just yet. Y'all already know Y'all already know I could get biblical with this. I don't want to get biblical just yet, but you don't get to walk a quarter or halfway through the fire and then turn around and get out the fire. That ain't how this work. You got to go through the fire. Win, lose, or draw. You got to go through the fire. And then you become golden. And then you get crowned. And then you have garnered a certain amount of respect. But if you go in the fire and then you turn around and get out the fire and apologize for going in the fire, you got to stay on this level right here, homie. You don't get to ascend to that next level. And maybe Jcole doesn't want that. He kind of alluded to that on this mix CD. He kind of alluded to, I made it to the top and it's not what I thought it was. Well, what you thought this was up here? What you thought happened at the top, nigga? We go to war. At the top, it's still a battle. We still trying to figure out who got the purest dope up here. It get deep. That's why I tell y'all, I don't got no smoke with no content creators. It's really not a beef. It's really never become personal with me or any content creator, because this is just what's supposed to happen. When I'm building my platform, you building your platform, he building his platform. It's a natural chain reaction for us to kind of bump heads every now and then. We already rubbing shoulders. We're going to end up bumping heads. And that's okay. Yeah, it's the same thing with these rappers. And I want to stop right here real fast. We're gonna go deeper into the situation. But I wanna ask a question about, listen, let me tell you something. I don't think Fat Joe is a Puerto Rican, respectfully. I just wanted to throw that out there. Knock knee Fat Joe, I'm not buying that you a Latino, brother. Cause with hands that white, why is Fat Joe hands so white? You know what? Look at this. Look. What the fuck is that, Joe? What? Hey man. I'm gonna stay on course with this, but I'm feeling like Fat Joe might be a motherfucking alien, man. Fat Joe, ain't no way you a Latino Puerto Rican and your hands is goddamn, boy, your hands is whiter than Michael Jackson. You got Michael Jackson mittens on your goddamn hands, Fat Joe. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm gonna be very honest with you, right? If I was Jadakiss, I would have already asked you why your goddamn hands is so white. Look at Fat Joe hands, man. Look.
Off the big three.
Here his bars, all of that shit don't matter.
It's over.
He's coming great.
Cause let me tell you something, man. They screwed his head off the big three. Is he in the big three?
I don't like.
Look at your hands right here. Well, you're lacking melanin, brother. I respectfully, your ass look like a goddamn beluga whale. You know what I mean? Respectfully, I'm telling you, white. You're whiter than all outside, man. Your ass white. I'm telling you, I think your ass is white, Fat Joe. Respectfully, that's a good argument. We need to figure out what's going on. Jadakiss hands look like his ass been smoking crack, and Fat Joe got motherfucking. Fat Joe, you got hands like Elon Musk. Yeah. Fat Joe, your hands look like Elon Musk. I don't know what, man, listen, man. I don't know, man. Your hands is so white, you might not be able to speak on hip hop no more, Fat Joe. Your ass is Caucasian. You came from the Caucasus Mountains. Ain't no way you a Latino with hands that white, man. Respectfully, man, I don't want to disrespect it, man. And Jadakiss, man, I ain't gonna get on him. But that nigga hands, man, that nigga Jadakiss hands look like he been picking up rocks with his bare hands. That nigga Jadakiss was mixing heroin with his fingertips like this. This nigga Jada, hey boy, I'm gonna get a picture of Jadakiss fingers, man. You niggas, it's something going on in the industry, and I wanted to throw that out there. Look at this, look at this nigga's hands, man.
The van flips over. Somebody.
Look at this nigga. What the? It ain't adding up, Joe. Something ain't adding up from your hands to your goddamn beard right there, man. Yeah, you fucked up, man.
That your wives think
your hands is white, Joe. You a white man. Yeah. You a car. You. All right, Joe. Listen. I don't give a damn about it. I don't give a damn. Somebody should have been said this while I was over the road. Your hands whiter, man. Your hands white. I know. Listen to me. I know white people that their hands ain't that white. Something going on with Fat Joe. Yeah, everybody keep their eyes open. Something ain't right, man, about Fat Joe, man. All right, respectfully. But again, I did have to agree with what he said in this content right here, this commentary. You know, I got a lot of love for the artistry of Jcole, which is why I'm gonna listen to it, and it's fire. The mix CD that just dropped, fire. Everything Jcole been dropping as far as clips and the fall off, I can't wait to listen to it. I can't wait to sit down and listen to the lyricism and, just the wordplay, you know what I mean? And the storytelling of Jcole. He is a pillar in hip hop. He is somebody to be respected as an artist. Something like Prince, the artist formerly known. Yeah. But listen, the problem is you already, even in this mix CD, if you listen to Jcole, he's saying, I'm passing these niggas twice and blah, blah, blah. Hey, listen, man. Wow, you don't want to be the best. You don't want to battle. You don't want to go to war. You don't really want that. Okay? So let's make sure that your music is reflecting your reality. That's where a lot of these dudes get lost. That's where a lot of these rappers lose their way, is because your music is not representing your reality. It's the same thing that's going on with 21 Savage and these dudes out there in Atlanta. Your music is not reflecting reality. It's F the streets, but when we listen to your music ain't reflecting your reality. You telling us F the streets, but when we listen to your music, you talking about everything in the streets. So with Jcole, it's like, bro, we love how you get down. You a lyrical wordsmith. But let's leave out who's the best. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk aggressive. Let's talk about monk stuff. Let's talk about spiritual walks with God. Let's talk about veganism. Let's talk about capitalism. Let's talk about all those things. But as far as who's the best, who's the man, who rapped the hard, who got these things, we don't need you. You shouldn't be. Let's leave that to Pusha T. Yeah, salute the Push Ton. Salute the Malice. Salute the Re-Up Gang. We having some conversations right now, and I'm not going to expose nothing until the ink is dry. But we got some things in the working. Salute the real MCs like Pusha T, like Malice. Let's let Kendrick Lamar talk about who's the best. Mother F yo big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Let's leave it to K-Dot. I'm going to tell you something respectfully. Even Drake. Lose, win, or draw. Drake got out there and he go to war. Drake will get out there and get in the ring and he'll get his head knocked off. But you know what? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Drake jumped out there. Yeah. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wop. We all know the song. Let Drake talk about who he feel, but J. Cole got to talk about being a monk. That's where the problems coming in at. That's where the miscommunication is coming in at. It's because your lines and your rhymes ain't equaling up, and it's not reflecting the reality that has been put out there. Nigga, you riding bikes and shit. We listen, you can catch J. Cole in downtown Manhattan dressed like a homeless man. Yeah. Yeah. Go downtown, go to 40 Deuce right now in New York. You in New York City? If you in New York City, go down to 40 Deuce right now. Right now. And I bet money you run across J. Cole dressed up like a goddamn bum. Riding a bike. Down there at the homeless shelter. Eating chicken noodle soup with Webster and them niggas. Yeah. Chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. Yeah. So don't get on these motherfucking rap lyrics talking about who the best and, you know, nigga this and that. Nah, nigga, nah. J. Cole, nah. You need to have a song on your album called The Homeless Shelter. Yeah, you need to put an album on your record right now called NYC Homelessness. Your next video that you drop, how about you get some of your homeless buddies out there on 40 Deuce and y'all niggas do a hip-hop cipher. Yeah, you light a goddamn fire up in one of them trash cans out there and rub your hands together and rap with your homies. See, I'm going to tell you something, respectfully. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not in the industry, but if I was in the industry, you niggas I'd be an asset. Because I would have told J. Cole, yo, this whole album need to be based around your homeless look. You remember when you was riding the bus and all that? You got $40 million, but you was still getting on the goddamn trains and all that? Yeah, you remember when you was worth $100 million, but you was out there hanging out with the bums and all that? With your jeans and your holy shirts, and you got your goddamn dreadlocks looking like Bumbaras Clyde? Yeah. Pussy the Bumbaras. If I seen J. Cole in the streets, I wouldn't even call him J. Cole. Bumba Clyde. That's what I would. That nigga dreads look like Bumba Clyde. Pussy Ras Clyde. Yeah. See? So now you're dropping your music. You're talking Big Willie talk. You're talking all gangster again. You want to know who the J. Cole, respectfully. Listen, respectfully, J. Cole, for one of us goddamn stab your hand and swing a sword on your ass and tell you to sit your $5 ass down, get out the way, man. We respect you as a monk. Cut your goddamn locks off. Bald your head out. Yeah, get a bald head like Zippy. Get yourself a bald head like Mikey B. And bro, so many angles. You could be marching right now with the monks in America. You know those monks that's walking across America? J. Cole, you should be walking with the monks. That's what we want to hear from you. We don't want to talk and we don't want to hear nothing else. When you come down to you rapping, nigga. Nigga, we don't want to hear you talking about nothing but religion and spiritual walks with God, nigga. We don't want to hear you talking about nothing but the realities of a monk in America. Okay? And that's just where we're going to go. That's what's getting misconstrued. That's where people is getting confused because people are saying, yo, you know, what you think about J. Cole? And I got a lot of I love J. Cole's music. Like, that boy is nice. Yeah, that boy's good. Down south, we said that boy's good right there. That yellow boy from up the street down there. Huh? What's his name? Oh my God. I think his name is Jermaine Cole. Yeah, the yellow boy from down the street round there that be hanging out with the homeless people down there for 40 Deuce. Yeah, 40 Deuce. The yellow boy down the street down there be hanging out with all the homeless people. Hanging out over there around the goddamn homeless shelter. Him and Jerome and them boys be lighting them fires up in that trash can around there, and they be doing the hip hop thing. That boy, the yellow boy from down there, boy's good, man. Boy's gonna make it one day. I heard the boy rapping and tapping. I heard the boy spitting and skidding. I was down there now, passing out sandwiches down there by the homeless shelter, and Jcole was down there. Jermaine Cole, yellow boy down there by the homeless shelter. You know, now mind you, the boy got millions of dollars. Oh, the boy a millionaire. Hanging out around the goddamn homeless people. He sleeping under bridges. He on trains at night. We go on the bus. He riding the bus. It's 4 in the morning. He on the back of the bus. Don't get your ass in that goddamn booth rapping all hard and talking gangster. We don't, hey, J. Cole, respectfully, man, we don't need that from you. Leave that to Pusha T and them boys. They doing a good job at that. Salute to Virginia. Yeah, we don't need, nigga, you need to rap to us about being homeless. You should do an album about how it feel to be rich and homeless at the same goddamn time. Hey, J. Cole, that nigga J. Cole is rich and homeless at the same goddamn time. That motherfucker got $100 million, and that motherfucker homeless. He a homeless man. Yeah, J. Cole. Hey, respectfully, Cole, I ain't trying to disrespect you, nigga, but I seen you out there with them homeless people. Your ass got 200 million. And them homeless people, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna move forward to this receipt. But if them homeless people knew your ass had all that money, they would have put a boot in your ass, J. Cole. Yeah. You out there hanging with them homeless people? You got all that goddamn money? Huh? Standing around a bonfire, nigga, and you got $300-400 million in your account? Them homeless people don't know your ass rich. Yeah, he ain't homeless. He's unhoused. Your ass sleeping outside on park benches with $400 million goddamn dollars in your bank account. Somebody get the word out to them homeless people in New York. Your ass ain't gonna be riding bikes with them homeless people no more, Zippy. I mean, my bad, Lil Zay. I'm gonna talk to you, Zippy. But J. Cole. Yeah, nigga out that motherfucker. That motherfucker out there lighting fires in the trash can, down at the homeless shelter. We all saw you, J. Cole. We seen your ass out there riding bikes, dressed up like a goddamn homeless man. That's why Jay-Z don't fuck with you. Yeah, that's why Jay-Z don't fuck with you. He done gave you all that money, and you want to be homeless, nigga. You want to be a goddamn bum. You want to be a goddamn, yeah, you want to be a homeless man. Yeah, we just getting back in the algorithm. Salute to the chat. Yeah, we just getting back in the algorithm. J. Cole is dropping an album, man. A lot of people not feeling, the angle, man. But I'm just here to say, J. Cole is one of them ones. You got to respect that. Respectfully, you got to respect that J. Cole is one of them ones. But at the same time, nigga, is you going to be a homeless man or is you going to be J. Cole? Is you going to be an MC or is you going to be a rapper? Like, nigga, is you going to be is you going to go to war or is you going to be a monk? That's where J. Cole has lost a lot of us. As men, you got to make a decision and you got to commit, nigga. It's called commitment. It's called commitment. It's called going in. That's what Jay-Z and Nas did. They committed. They went to war. That's what Drake and Kendrick Lamar did. Is once you step over the line, you got to commit. As a man, we don't respect indecisiveness. Yeah, as a man, you can't be indecisive. Yeah, I said that. You like that? As a man, you can't be indecisive, man. That's for children and women. Your bitch is indecisive. She don't know what she want to eat. When you ask her what she want to eat, she don't fucking know. She's indecisive. Soon as you drop that battle rap, that 7-minute drill, ain't no turning back, nigga. I don't give a goddamn about spirituality. I don't care about who your God is. I don't care about your homeless homies out there on 40 Deuce. I don't care about none of that. As soon as you drop that record, 7-minute drill, and you went to talking that talk, that's it, nigga. That's it. We don't want to talk. I don't want to hear about, your spiritual walk with God. I don't want to hear about if you're a Muslim or a Christian. I want to hear what you got to say to K-Dot. Yeah, that's it, nigga. I would have pulled you to the side. Listen, homie, I know you've been out there hanging with them homeless people, but you done already dropped this record. It's go time. No, yo, GMB, I'm not feeling it. I'm scared. Hey, listen, homie. Hey, listen. We all feel a little bit of fear sometimes. That's okay, nigga. But ain't no turning back from this. Yo, I'm scared. Yo, GMBT, I want to take the song down. You can't do that. Don't take the song down. It's already out there. It's already in the fucking metaverse. It's already out there. Millions of views on the goddamn song already. Ain't no turning back. I got you. I'm with you. Are you gonna go through? I'm gonna go through this with you. I got you, homie. We going in the fire. Matter of fact, we already in the fire. I'm in the fire with you, homie. This is Dreamville. But we ain't turning back, B. Nah, it don't work like that, nigga. Yo. I know your lack of melanin. Your melanin deficiency. I know it's confusing your mental right now. Your lack of melanin. Your melanin deficiency is confusing your mental right now. But I got enough melanin. I'm Wesley Snipes with this. I'm telling you, nigga, I can see the part of the goddamn journey that you can't see because you got that motherfucking Chico DeBarge in you. You got that goddamn Christopher Williams, that Chris Brown is in you. We got to go through the fire, brother. All right? Yeah, I know you're scared. You see how black Pusha T is? That melanin would never let Pusha T double back, nigga, and apologize. He got too much melanin. That motherfucking, when that shit activates, this melanin, ain't no motherfucking turning back. B, it's war, nigga. That's it. Yeah. Shh. Yeah, I'm help you. Hey, listen, nigga, listen to me. Relax, nigga. Take your breath. Take it easy. You don't want to go to war with Kendrick Lamar, but you want to hang out with homeless people out there on 40 Deuce. You don't want to risk your relationship with K-Dot, but you willing to deceive them homeless people out there in New York City. Think your ass a homeless man, and they hand it. Yeah. You don't mind lying to them people out there in New York City. You know what I mean? That don't know you got $500 million in your goddamn bank account, nigga. Yeah, I don't respect that shit, nigga. I think that's worse I think that's worse right there. What you doing with them homeless people and shit. Eating goddamn bologna sandwiches and chicken noodle soup out there with them niggas in them homeless shelters, riding them bikes and shit. That's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong, nigga. I might got the receipts of your ass out there with them homeless people, nigga. Yeah, that nigga, yeah, man. Yeah, that nigga Drake, man. You know, respectfully, man, that's where K Dot lost. I mean, that's where J. Cole lost me at. Anything other than that, I rock with him. But it's like, nigga, you don't get named in a Mount Rushmore. You don't get to, monks and spiritual men, they don't battle about who's the best. They don't really care who's the best. You know what I mean? So when your rhymes, just leave that out your rhymes. Yo, don't talk that bravado to us. Because you don't get to talk that masculinity, that bravado, and then when it's time to use it, when it's time to prove it, then you want to be a monk and shit. You want to goddamn walk around and you want to talk to us about your spiritual enlightenment, and you were scared and you would nigga. You know what? Fuck it. Let me play. Let me go into this receipt. Yes, was scared. Yeah, should have went to church. Go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
I was doing shit. I had talent. I had belief in myself. I had motion. But at the same time, I also had fear. I had fear that maybe I wouldn't get to where I wanted to go. And so that fear had me moving in an unusual way, right? It had me moving in a way that I damn near was thinking about and listening to people's expectations of me and then responding off of that, right? And around the time I made this song, I had just more of a spiritual alignment. I got more in tune with God, like for the first time in my life and the most clearest time in my life, I got in tune. And it was not a switch. It's not just a switch that I clicked, but it did take work. And a song like this is the result of that work. Only because I was so clear when I was making this song and making this album was emotion, but at the same time, I also had fear.
Now, all jokes aside, right? Again, there's nothing wrong with having fear. There's nothing wrong with what J. Cole is saying. I respect that. You know what I mean? Like, jokes aside, comedy hour aside, right? I respect every angle with that. And that's what I'm saying, right? I would put, me personally, I would look forward to your album being entrenched with messages like that. Your album being coded with messages like this speech right here. You know what I'm saying? Lyrically, constructed, lyrically coded. You understand what I'm saying? With these type of messages. In the song that I heard off of the mix CD, it's just, it's like this and that kind of bravado don't mix. This talk right here and the bravado that I'm hearing on this mix CD with DJ Clue it don't mix. It don't add up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to bring up questions. It's going to have people questioning, because if this is who you are, if this is what happened, if this guy right here, if this speech that you're giving is what happened when it was time to go to war, I can do nothing but respect that. He went to jump into that bar, into that war. He had a spiritual awakening. He had fear. He was scared. You feel me? And those are some of the reasons why he backed away. And he apologized. I'm with all that. So if that's the case, then, use this opportunity to open a door, to open a window, to shine light for all the young men out there that don't want to go to war, or are in a position or in a situation where they might have to show their bravado. They might have to show their masculinity, right? And they are second guessing it. They don't want to go to war. They don't want to go to battle. They don't want to figure out who's the best. They don't want that type of energy. They really want to align themselves with the word, with the voice of God, but they don't know how to. And being as though you have already walked down that, you've walked down that path. You know, I would suggest that you take this opportunity to elaborate on that. Elaborate on that angle. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is where I'm at. This is what happened with Kendrick Lamar. This is why I did that. You know, I've elevated above that. I respect that. You know, it's almost like when you as a man, right? You realize that you are above religion. It's like what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I was battling with religion. I was battling with if I wanted to commit to this side or if I wanted to commit to that side. And within that battle, you know what I'm saying? I spoke to people. I did my due diligence, right? Islam, Christianity, etc. And boom, instead of going to battle with what I wanted to do with these religions, I realized that I'm above these religions. I'm bigger than your religion. I'm bigger than the walls of religion that confine you. I'm bigger than that. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't need your religion. You know, I'm gonna do this my way. I'm a spiritual being. Now, with me figuring that out and understanding that and walking in that path, if I start goddamn reading the Quran to your ass, or if I start talking about I'm baking bean pies tonight and I'm going to pray 5 times on this prayer rug and I got a kufi on, something ain't aligning. Either you have elevated above this or you a part of this. It's one or the other. You have elevated above this battle shit, this rap shit, this bravado, this back and forth. You have elevated above it, or you want to be a part of it. And see, again, we are men, right? And knowledge is infinite. So as rich as Jcole is as elevated as a lot of these dudes are, it's nothing for somebody that's close to them to be able to tell them this right here. You might be lacking this knowledge. Like, homie, anything aggressive in your music is going to be pinpointed. It's going to be light shined on it. It's going to be looked at. Anything aggressive, because you are not with this music, you don't want to be aggressive. You don't want to go to war. You want to be a monk. You want to be a spiritual being. So do that. You got to do that. You can't get in the booth and you rapping over big, small beats and you're feeling gangster and you're feeling, yeah, nigga. Nah, it don't work like that. I would have told him, yo, homie, you at a crossroad. You at a crossroad. You at a fork in the road. And if you believe it or not, you already chose your path. What you mean by that, GMB? Yo, what you mean? Like, I'm at a fork in the road, but I chose my path. What path did I choose? Well, when you chose not to battle Kendrick Lamar, when you chose to apologize, when you chose to take that song down, when you chose to do this publicly, right? You chose the path of spirituality. You chose a path of peace. You chose a path of nonviolence. You chose the path of Martin Luther King Jr., nigga. Yeah. You are now Martin Luther King Jr. I had a dream that all people will rap together, make rap songs and live in harmony. I had a dream that all hip-hop artists will rally in union together under peace and harmony. That's what you chose, nigga. You can't, you don't get the, the whole, listen. The whole Malcolm X shit right now, you got to leave that alone, brother. Yeah, it ain't by any means necessary when it come to you. So you chose the path of peace and harmony. Rap about it. You get to talking about goddamn, any mean necessary, nigga, I'm gonna get it and I don't care how you feel about it, nigga, and You get to talking like that, nigga, we get to raising eyebrows on your ass. You know what I mean? Respectfully, man. You know, these rappers, one thing I'm gonna tell you, right? You know, salute everybody in the DM, man. We got some waves coming. We got some things on the horizon. But one thing I'm realizing about these rappers is that they are coming into the conclusion that us content creators, certain content creators, are very valuable in our mind state, in the things that we, in our analogies, in our information, because we are in a position where we can speak freely. We can say exactly what it is. We don't gotta act like it's this and act like it's that. Like, it's still content creators like me, even the homie Zip. It's still a couple of us that's still around that can speak honestly. We have no ties. There are no strings attached. You understand what I'm saying? So they are realizing that, and they are reaching out. They are tapping in. They are locking in. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't want this to go over your head or under your bridge, but there will be casualties of war. There will be casualties of this content creation war against the machine. And I'm gonna speak on this, but I already see some casualties, some dead bodies in the street. We're gonna talk about that in due time. But you need casualties of war for people to see what is good and what is not. So when it's time for me to step in and, you know, make my leap, they already know, like, we're not going to change nothing. We don't want you to change nothing. GMB TV will be GMB TV, but we want to do this type of business, or we want to do that type of business. But what you seeing right now is casualties of war. Niggas is getting involved with certain people, and they trying to muffle the message. They using them as, you know, pawns on the chessboard. They using the contract. They using the, you know, the money. They using the influence to stop you from speaking truthfully. All right. So, you know, I say all that to say this. If I was anywhere near Jcole, I would already have told him to tweak a couple of things. Yo, I'm with you. You nice, nigga. You could be saying your ABCs and you would be nice at that shit. You could be rapping about, nigga, farms in North Carolina, and this shit gonna sound good because you nice. Whatever you rap about is gonna be a powerful message. You should be focusing on rapping about being a monk, being peaceful, finding that spiritual level where you were able to back out of a battle with Kendrick Lamar, where you was able to publicly apologize. Imagine if J. Cole really elaborated and shined the light on how and why men should apologize in public when they're wrong. That's a download that just downloaded. That's a download that I would have, yo, because that's powerful in itself. Like, a lot of people didn't like that he apologized, but we respected that shit. All the big time rappers, everybody was like, yo, like, I ain't never seen that in hip hop ever happen. Niggas get to going back and forth and the nigga apologize and back out. Why is that powerful? Why is that needed? Because if young black men in America really understood that that is what you know, if you are wrong, if you feel like you wronged the nigga and you did it in public, don't call him behind closed doors and try to apologize. Don't send a nigga a DM and try to apologize. Don't send a text message, nigga. You need to do it publicly. And on top of that, it's nothing wrong with a grown man apologizing and taking accountability for making a mistake or jumping the gun or perceiving something that it wasn't like that, taking something out of context. It happens all the time, my G. It happens all the time. And J. Cole being an influence, being such a powerful influence in his game, you know, that is something I think he should have done a whole song about. We don't need no bravado from you, nigga. Like, you could deliver some really powerful messages standing in your truth and standing in your decisions. Like, bruh, that, you know, even without trying, you did some shit in hip hop we never seen. You are the first rapper in hip hop history to apologize to another rapper in the middle of a rap beef, apologize and take the song down. This shit is unprecedented. You the first nigga to ever do, you the first rapper to ever do that. That's your lane right there. That's a powerful message. That's a power. Yo, let me tell you something. Big salute to the chat. Trooper69, I see you in here, my G. Let me give y'all some game, right? And this is why it resonates with me, because this is grown man business. I'm a grown man. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta understand, like, yo, this shit get real sometime. And sometime you could, as men, we make mistakes. Simple and plain. Even if the world don't believe that it's a mistake, as a man, you know, like, yo, that wasn't what that was supposed to be. That message got to get sent to the youngsters. Hey, homie, you took that shit out of context. When you went on Instagram and you saw that post and you saw that story and you thought they was talking about you and you overreacted, nigga, you took that out of context. When you and homie was going back and forth and you thought that it was this and you thought that it was that and it was never that, and you jumped off the bridge and this would happen and that would happen, you know, as a man, you need to fix that. And you need to stand on that. You know, the same thing, you know, Finesse 2 Times just did that with the whole Big X the Plug situation. But see, this is why, again, why J. Cole is so powerful, because 2 Times always high. He do a lot of pills. He drinking lean. The nigga smoking weed all day. He doing Percocets. He high. So him apologizing was, you know, it wasn't powerful because he high all the time. We don't know what this nigga on. But when you got somebody like J. Cole that presents himself as a man first, as a spiritual being, you know what I mean? As a real, you know, grassroots type of artist. When we look at J. Cole, we look at integrity. We look at his morals. We look at, you know, we you know, him hanging out with homeless people. We don't understand that shit. I'm sure there's a message in the madness. So when he stepped back and he apologized to Kendrick, we all saw that for exactly what it was supposed to be. Yeah. Yeah, that downloaded needed to be downloaded. You know what I mean? Like, we saw that for exactly what it was supposed to be, and we questioned it, and we challenged it. You know what I mean? As we should. As men, we're gonna challenge it to make sure that it's real. You know, a nigga might do something, yo, I apologize, and then we get to challenging the nigga, yo, what the fuck you? Yo, my bad, no, it's what, nigga, you don't even know what you want to do. You know what I mean? We actually respected that, but we challenge. So as a man, we gonna challenge your word. We gonna challenge the move. Hey, nigga, what's that about? And as a man, you supposed to stand on it. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, I did that. That's why I did it. That's why I did it. And you know what? Like, I feel better about it. And I did it for me. I didn't do it for y'all. I did it for my sanity. I did it for my relationship and my friendship with the homie. I don't care what you niggas think. See, that's what made us respect it. Like, okay, Cole, fuck. All right, baby. Hey, you know what? You right, Cole. You right, homie. But now don't get to rapping about that type of gangster shit. No, don't please. Stay in your goddamn lane, nigga. We just saw T.I. cut his goddamn locks off. You know what, J. Cole? I think you need to take a goddamn note out of T.I.P. book and you need to cut them goddamn homeless man dreadlocks off, nigga. It's over. It's time. Yeah. Go goddamn, you know what I call my barber? Listen, hey, J. Cole, if you need me to call my barber and send him your way, I'll shoot him to your DM. You are at the time in your life where you need to cut them fucking homeless man dreadlocks. Your ass ain't homeless no more. Hey, J. Cole, your ass ain't homelessness no more. Your ass ain't unhoused anymore. Your ass, you got plenty houses, plenty homes. Your ass ain't homeless. We ain't gonna see ass riding bikes out there in 40 Deuce no more, is we? We ain't gonna see ass up there in Spanish Harlem riding them goddamn bikes, hanging out with homeless people. It's time to cut the dreadlocks off. Cut your goddamn dreadlocks off, nigga. Yeah, yes. Cut your goddamn. And see, those is disrespectful dreadlocks, nigga. Them homeless man dread. You know when your ass homeless, you ain't got the money, you ain't had a retwist in 4-5 years, nigga. Your goddamn locks get to sticking together and growing together, and your locks is now turning into wicks, and all of a sudden they just your Basquiat, nigga. Your ass went from goddamn Jcole to Basquiat. You, Jay-Z, it's time to cut the goddamn Basquiat dreadlocks. It's time to cut them off, nigga. And I think you should do that before you drop this album, nigga. I send my barber to your goddamn DM. And we'll do it. It's on the highs. Hey, J. Cole, this one's on the highs. I call my barber. I shoot him. I got it straight. Everything good. Let him know where you need him to be at. This haircut for you, nigga, is on the highs. Yeah, you ain't. Don't worry about it. Keep your money. Keep your money. We gonna put. Yeah. We can get the motherfucking Basquiats out the way, man. Your homeless man dreads. Yeah, that's the only reason why them homeless people believed you. Cause them homeless man dreads, nigga. They seen you ain't had a retwist in 8 years. They know your ass was homeless. I promise you. I promise you this. I promise you this, J. Cole. I ever see your ass out there with them homeless people again, I'm gonna let them know who he is, nigga. I ever see your ass at that homeless shelter again, I'm gonna let the people in there know who you are, nigga. I'm gonna dress up like a homeless man, and I'm gonna slip in there, and I'm gonna point your ass out, nigga. Yeah, you ain't gonna know what's going on. I'm gonna put my homeless man garments. I'm gonna get me a bed in a homeless shelter, nigga. And I'm gonna point your ass out, man. You know who that nigga is right there? Who you talking about? The yellow boy? Yeah, the yellow boy. That's Jcole, nigga. Look. That nigga worth 142 goddamn million dollars. 102? Eating up all the goddamn chicken noodle soup. Nigga eating up all the bologna sandwiches. Drinking all the goddamn Hawaiian punch in here. I wanted to expose your ass last time I seen you out there riding bikes with them homeless people, nigga. I swear I had a download that told me to do it, but I denied the download. The download told me expose that nigga. Go out there and tell on his motherfucking ass. Yeah, J. Cole. It's time to step into the reality of what this is, nigga. Your ass ain't homeless. Those Basquiat dreads, them homeless man dread, cut them off, nigga. And deliver the message. All right, big salute to the chat, man. I want to say this, man. I'm gonna do a whole live stream on this, cause I got some downloads that downloaded when it come to this. Where we at? It's like 11:45. Yeah, it's late. We're gonna ride out a few more minutes, and then we gonna lock in for sure tomorrow. We back in the algorithm. I'm gonna do a live stream on Revenge of the Nerds. That's gonna be one of the next live streams. DJ Academics, Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels. You know, a lot has happened between these three. A lot has happened in the last 4 or 5 days. And again, man, nobody connects the dots like Grown Man Business TV. This shit gonna be comedy. It probably go down tomorrow night. This shit's gonna be. Listen, This is gonna be fun. All right. And you know, Anton Daniels, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? I got a word for you, Corey Holcomb as well. Nasty work. All Revenge of the Nerds, nigga. Corey Holcomb, nerd. Anton Daniels, a nerd. DJ Academics, a nerd. Nasty work. I got a whole live stream on this. Corey Holcomb, I saw the video what you did to that lady out there in front of that club and all that. Yeah. Yeah, I seen the video how you smacked that old lady down out there in front of that club and all that. Okay, we're gonna talk about you. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Anton Daniels, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna talk about this, man. Yeah. I seen the video. You called the little kid Dusty, but as soon as somebody call your daughter a monkey, now all of a sudden you got to pick up the pieces. Yeah, I gotta pick up the pieces. My family is in shambles. Hey, nigga, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to it. Don't you worry. And DJ Academics, last but not least, man. You know what I'm saying? I see the clip, man, with you talking about Lil Baby. You know, and we gotta really shine a light on this shit, man. These nerds done got some money, and these niggas just, you know, they nerds, man. They was the dudes in the back of the class that didn't have nothing to say, didn't have an opinion on nothing, wasn't able to get involved with nothing, couldn't get no girlfriend. They was quiet. They just didn't want the cool kids to turn around and start making fun of them. These is a lot of the niggas with money now. So they don't even understand, like, basic principle with this shit. DJ Academic, homie reached in the car, slapped you. Why is you going at Lil Baby? Why? When homie reached in the car and put his hands on you, you drove around the corner, you parked up the block, right? But you want to fight Lil Baby, like you want to get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have some fun with this shit. I'm back. It's gonna be epic. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, so that y'all make sure y'all get y'all notification for that live stream. That will be the next live stream I do, Revenge of the Nerds. And then, you know, we're gonna talk about what's going on out there in Minnesota. We're gonna get a couple of live streams in tomorrow. I've been going for a few days, so we're gonna definitely get a few live streams in tomorrow. We're gonna talk about what's going on with these content creators. To the homie China Brim, I got a bone to pick with you, man. You know what I mean? I gotta talk to you niggas, man. Hey, for real, I'm gonna have a conversation. Salute to the 050 the movement and all that. I fuck with them. You know, we don't give a damn podcast. I rock with them. But I also got, you know, I also rock with everybody else in the sector. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Zip, man. You know, I'm gonna talk to Zip as well, but you know, China Brim, you know, we gonna have a conversation, man. We're gonna fucking talk, man. You did some nasty. I got the clip I got the fucking receipts, man. You fucked up. China, you China, nasty work. We're gonna talk. All right. And also on that last year, I'm gonna kind of elaborate. See, I wanna, you know, again, salute to Zip, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see homie elevate to whatever the highest level is for him. You know what I mean? But again, you know, it's always going to be a conflict of interest. But I'll say this, right? Me and Zip are like two of the same, just different paths. You know what I mean? Different paths. We got a lot of things in common, but then we just went different paths. You know, Zip said to me, like, yo, I'm lit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You niggas don't got strippers in your DMs and blah, blah, blah. But see, you know, lit for me is not having strippers in my DM. I did that years ago. When you was in prison, I was having strippers and doing whatever I wanted to do out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, the baddest of bitches. You know what I'm saying? Not just, you know, the strippers was not nothing to brag about. It was the R&B models and the R&B singers and the celebrities I was rubbing shoulders with, right? But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna speak more onto how jail niggas, gangsters, whatever you want to call these so-called dudes, right? It's all good until the dweeb niggas is helping you out. It's always, you know, sidewalk niggas need to do this, and dweeb niggas and lame niggas and weirdos and blah blah blah. But as soon as one of those dweebs hold out a helping hand, now you happy. Now you Netflix zip. You know what I mean? I seen you on Netflix, but Maury and Rory, or Rory and Maury, them niggas is dweebs. Them niggas is lames, bro. Rory the white boy, oh, he's a racist. He's a lame and a racist. And Maul, come on, man. That nigga Maul, man, I got the receipts. Maul is a weird dude. But if they want to put you on Netflix, you cool with that. If they want to extend a helping hand, niggas is cool with that. And that's what I'm kind of going to elaborate on with what's going on in these YouTube streets, man. Don't let none of these dudes fool you, man. That's why I'm dangerous. That's what make me dangerous, is because not only am I involved and I got a platform, but I'm going to just say exactly what it is. Oh, man, these sidewalk ass niggas, man. Yeah. Niggas is a sidewalk. It's dweebs and sidewalk niggas until they extend a helping hand. And, oh, yo, I'm with Rory and Maul, nigga. Yeah, I'm with Rory and Maul. Oh, I love it, son. I love that for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that for you. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, it's like, bro, like, I'm coming on tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do like 2 live streams tomorrow. Maybe 3. I might come on like midday, early in the day, while everybody, you know, depending on what the number's like, I might come on midday, and then I'm gonna come on around 6 or 7, and then I'm gonna come on around 6 or 7, and then I'm gonna do the late night live stream around like 11:30. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the Revenge of the Nerds is gonna be one of those live streams, and then I'm gonna speak on these content creating niggas. You know what I'm saying? I saw some shit with the homie China Brim that really disappointed me. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of disappointed in what I saw, and I'm gonna speak on that during the live stream. You know what I mean? And then like with the homie Zip, I was just really kind of just happy for Zip, because you gotta understand something. Once you can get past all the bravado, all this so-called hooligan shit, you realize that these dudes is just men, bro, that are looking for help, that are looking for somebody to reach out and assist them, and somebody to reach out and help them. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at the dirty section, right? What you'll realize is 90% of these niggas just wanted the celebrities to help them, bro. They just wanted the celebrities to show them some attention. They wasn't trying to expose these niggas. They wasn't trying to, it was really never no beef that they had with these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? They really just want the celebrities to show them some attention. You know what I'm saying? You know, if these like rappers and these celebrity niggas would have just been smart and like started like showing some love to these niggas, it would have never been a problem. And I'm gonna speak more to that, and I'm gonna prove my point when it come to that. Because what you will hear these dudes say is, you know, I'ma expose this if y'all don't do that. I'ma tell what you did if y'all niggas don't do X, Y, and Z. But the thing is, if these niggas did something, you just supposed to tell it. It don't matter. If a nigga's a rat, then you supposed to just put it out there that he's a rat, and you supposed to stand on that. But these dudes in the dirty section just really want to rub shoulders with the celebrities. And when you understand that, then it'll all make sense. See, for a lot of people in my DM, it's not making sense. And they asking me about this shit. And I'm saying, bro, like, nigga, what you got to understand is I did it this way on purpose. I did it organically on purpose. I did it this way on purpose. You know, the house, the family, gaining credentials, working my way up. I did it like this on purpose because I never wanted to have to have it come to exposing that really all I really wanted was the celebrities to fuck with me. Look at Haas. You know what I'm saying? We all heard Haas on that telephone call with Mano. Yo, I'm just so delighted to be on the phone with you, and I just can't wait to get in the studio because you and Jim Jones, you know, I just can't wait to be around. Like, but then to come to this platform and tell the people how you don't fuck with them and these niggas is lobby boys and blah blah and all that. You see what I'm saying? You know, when you come to this platform, is you trying to act like you exposing these niggas. But when you get on the phone with these niggas, you just want to be in the studio and tell Jimmy if he could be there. You know what I'm saying? I'll come through and we could have a same thing with the homie Zip. You know what I'm saying? You know, Rory. I did a whole live stream on Rory like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. When Rory was talking crazy about Blue Ivy, talking about black women and they weave and they hair and just saying some real disrespectful, racist type of shit. Rory, I remember that. You know what I mean? And Rory is a dweeb. Rory and Maul are the definition of what the homie Zip would call dweebs and sidewalk niggas. So to me, you know, but again, niggas got you on Netflix with them. Niggas see these rappers and these celebrities and these weirdo type of niggas. What they realized is all y'all really wanted was some help. All y'all really wanted was some attention. They realizing that and they figuring that out. Oh, like y'all niggas really wasn't hating on us. You niggas just wanted to be cool with us. Oh, okay. It makes sense now. You know what? It all makes sense. You niggas really wasn't mad at what we was doing. You niggas wasn't hating. You niggas wasn't worried about walking through a door. You niggas wasn't really, that wasn't the aim. You just want me. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to talk about when it comes down. Like I said, man, salute to Zip. I'm happy for any and everybody that's in the algorithm making forward progression. You know, what you got to know is all this attention and all of this rubbing shoulders with these celebrities and these content creators is just opening doors for all of us. So, you know, so that's why I salute everybody. Harlem Legend, China, Hassan Campbell, Zippy, all the niggas just making content and, you know, pushing what they pushing. I salute that because, you know, I've been having people like in the DM, but now it's looking like some situations is coming about where niggas is kind of trying to figure out how we gonna do this Virginia thing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's kind of watching. They saying like, look how the Cali niggas is doing. Look how the New York niggas is doing. Okay, this is what the Virginia niggas is doing. You know what I'm gonna do? The first live I'm gonna do tomorrow early is gonna be a live that some downloads that came to me about Pharrell Williams. Big salute to Pharrell Williams, man. Big salute to Pusha T, Malice. Big salute to Virginia, man. One thing for sure, two things for certain. We not as big as Cali, and we not, you know, geographically, we not big as New York City and all that, but bro, we got some juggernauts. And what Pharrell did with that Louis Vuitton fall and winter out there in Paris, yo, I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, the album is being done, man. The album is on the way. We wrapping that up. I got 2 more studio sessions. I will be in the studio this weekend and then probably next weekend or next week to wrap everything up. But the album is here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, big. So I'm going to talk about that. But what's going on in these YouTube streets got certain people in my DM. Big salute to Re-Up Gang VA. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? When I say Re-Up Gang, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? So we got some things in motion. So I salute these niggas. I got a lot of, I'm saluting all these. I'm saluting Zip. I like that shit. But you know you was on, you know, them some dweeb ass niggas you was up there with. You know, them niggas is dweebs. Them niggas is weirdo type of dudes that you was up on that Netflix with. Talking about I'm with Rory and Maul and all that. As soon as a nigga give y'all niggas a little helping hand, you rocking with them. In China, man, again, I gotta, we gonna talk, man. We gonna talk. Your video on Snoop, spot on. Appreciate that, man. You know, the downloads are the downloads. I don't, this ain't scripted. You know what I'm saying? I don't write this shit down. It's not like doing songs. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't something that I script and then bring to y'all. You know, the downloads download. When I saw what I saw about Snoop, the downloads downloaded. You feel me? Yeah, man. Rory and Maul. I got the receipts, man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the homie Zip, he pulled y'all out. Nigga said he ain't linking with nobody because he with Rory and Maul. I'm saying, well, damn. You know what I mean? Like Rory and Maul, nigga. Like, what? You know, yeah, Rory and Maul is some weird dudes, man. But again, as long as they present opportunity, these niggas have been breaking fold. You know, Fat Joe told the dirty section, he was throwing Franks. He told the dirty section the SMD. Right? Niggas, hey, China, niggas send me a clip of China Brim in the goddamn comment section talking about, yo, you better off working with us. You should put us on, blah, blah. What? What? Fat Joe told niggas the SMD. You in the comment section talking about put us on. Put you on to what? I mean, we're going to talk about this tomorrow. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. What you want him to put you on to? He told you the SMD. You want him to put you on. Put you on what? And I again, this will make me powerful. I don't got no dog in the fight. I rock with who I rock with. Salute the niggas. I'm with niggas. I'm rocking with you. But I got to be honest. That shit hurt my mother. Nigga, I remember a time when 050 would have never did. You would have never seen them niggas doing that. You would have never seen the 050, the movement. You talking about Clash of the Titans? They would have already been in process of destroying that nigga's career. They would have been in the process right now. 050, the movement would have been in the process of destroying Joe and Jada. Them niggas would have already got a phone call. Yo, chill on them niggas. Stop doing, we don't need no more Clash of the Titans about Joe and Jada. Please, bro. Y'all affecting the bottom line. I remember a time where 050 the movement would have been raising so much hell right now that Joe and Jada Peoples would have been calling Harlem like, yo, get your man. Yeah, the nigga, what's his name? What the boy name? Chappie Brim? China Brim? Can you get your man? And we done got to a point where it's screenshots of China in the goddamn comment section, putting it in the comment section. Yeah, I'm gonna go crazy with this shit tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna talk. Nigga, I don't care how you feel. We're gonna have a conversation. I got a screenshot sent to me of China Brim putting it in the comment section, telling Fat Joe that that they could get further if they work together, asking to get put on to what? Nigga, send me a screenshot of this shit, man. Hurt my goddamn feelings, man. Hurt me to the heart when I seen it, man. Broke my goddamn heart when I seen that, man. Respectfully, man. I don't know what direction. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, too. I don't know what direction you boys is going in. I don't know what direction you boys is going in, but I think y'all need to change it. Y'all need to change your navigation, man. You're going in the wrong goddamn direction, man. Respectfully. I don't know what the fuck going on over there. The man told you he told everybody the SMD. Last thing you needed to do was be in the comment section talking about put me on or something. What you want him to put you on to? When he telling you about goddamn Franks and Nathans and all that. And you want to get put on to something. What you want to get on? Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah, I'm gonna go. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow. We're gonna go further into this tomorrow. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. You know, you niggas can't tell me nothing. I built this shit from the ground up, nigga. It's like snowfall, baby. This shit is like snowfall. I built this shit from the ground up, brick by brick. Pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles. So I don't care about none of that. Yeah, I don't give a goddamn. Hey, respectfully, China, we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a conversation tomorrow about it. The nigga China, I saw the. I got the screenshot. Yeah, nigga sent the shit to my DM like, yo, you seen this? I don't be. I gotta get on. I gotta get on. I'm gonna make my presence felt on Instagram a lot more. I'm about to get on Instagram a lot more. You know what I mean? But I don't be on Instagram like that. I just check my DMs. I get out of there. You know. But I thought that shit was. I thought that was diabolical, man. Yeah, I thought that shit was diabolical, nigga. When I saw you niggas thought you niggas all in the dick, man, you niggas is crazy. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Yeah, man, you know, but on a lighter note, right? And again, I'm gonna talk about all this tomorrow. Salute, salute. Um, you know, there is no stopping this independent content creation. And everybody's gonna go in the direction that fits them. Everybody's gonna make a lane. Everybody's gonna go where they're being guided to, or where they feel like is the best situation for them. And it's the same thing with me. You know, salute to everybody, and again, salute the Re-Up Gang VA, Push, Malice. You know, I love what they doing out there in VA. Love the look, man. And we're gonna make some things happen. And I'm gonna do this shit organically. I don't want, you know, it's gonna be done perfectly, if it get done at all. Appreciate that two-piece nugget, Mr. Universe, man. You know, already know. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. We back in the algorithm. This joint right here is well over 20,000. I think about like 19,000 views already. 19,000, yeah, easy. You know what I mean? Quick hour and some change. 20K people. That just lets you know, easily back in the algorithm. I ain't went live in 7 days. You know what I mean? The algorithm is the algorithm. We in it. And we gonna have some fun with that. So, big salute to the chat, man. Jcole, my conclusion on that is I'm looking forward to the album. I'm looking forward to the music. I'm looking forward to, the Fall Off album. I can't wait to hear it. I'm looking forward to, the little mixtape was cool too. It was real nostalgic to hear DJ Clue. Jcole. Like that shit was that was real refreshing. You know what I mean? And I respect Jcole mind on that, because I know he knew what that was going to feel like when we heard it. When certain people heard that DJ Clue, hosting, he knew what that was going to do. So that shit was fire. You know what I mean? The songs was fire. The lyrics was fire. The beats was fire. And it just felt nostalgic. It felt like the early 2000s. You know what I mean? The late 1900s. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to, the project, man. You know what I mean? I gotta be very honest about that, man. Jcole, the music over his career, legendary status. Legendary, my nigga. Like, yo, bro, I remember, man, RIP to one of my close friends, Wadi, right? Every time I used to get with her, she would be like, yo, you know this artist, or yo, you know that artist, or yo, she was always up on the music. And I'm running the streets. I'm in and out. I'm moving around. Everything's fast paced at that time, because we didn't have these smartphones. We had cell phones, but not smartphones. So everything is hands on. Appreciate that, Mr. Universe. Appreciate that 20-piece nugget, man. You already know. Yeah, man. That'll be something I talk about too, Mr. Universe, man. About because you said welcome back. I'm kind of in a, I don't want to say a dilemma, but I'm approaching a crossroads where I'm going to have to make a beeline towards the content. You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother conversation. But with the things that I got going on in the backgrounds, with the calls that are being made, with the conversations that are being had, the content will be able to, especially when I get this mixtape done and everything else, the content will be able to pay. I won't have to get in the truck. You know what I'm saying? I won't have to go 4 or 5 days without creating content or going live, because I'll be able to maintain off of what I make off the content, the mixtapes, and what I got going on in the background. Again, salute the Re-Up Gang VA. Uh, so that's a whole nother live stream. But that 20-piece nugget made me think of that. We will be talking about that. It will be, you know, yeah, it's coming. The crossroad is coming, and the decision is already been made. But yeah, my homegirl Wadi, man, she used to, you know, I'm running around, I'm making moves, I'm all over the place in VA. And anytime I would get with her, she would always say, like, yo, you heard this artist, you heard that artist, have you heard of this person? Have you heard of that person? And I would always be like, no, because again, we had cell phones, not smartphones. So these cell phones had to be uploaded with music. There wasn't a streaming platform. It wasn't that yet. We was just having like Nokia cell phones and sidekicks and, you know, T-Mobile sidekicks and stuff like that, right? Blackberries, y'all remember. And yeah, you know, the homie Wadi, man, RIP to her. She would always, when I got with her, she would always ask me those questions and I would say no, and she would take my phone and she would plug that shit up and do her little gadget thing. She was always in the gadgets. And that's how I got put on to Jcole. Yo, you don't know Jcole, dude from North Carolina? I'm like, nah. She take my phone, she upload like 4 or 5, it was like 3 or 4 mix CDs. It was the warm up, it was the come up, it was the blow up. It might have been one more, but I know those 3: the warm up, the come up, and the blow up, right? She would download them. She would download the music. I probably go a week or 2 without even listening to the shit, and then somehow, some way, I might be in my car, might be here, might be there, and I give it a listen. And I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a song called Young Simba. Was it called Young Simba or Simba? It was one of the two, right? I was turned out from there on. I can't wait to be the king, nigga, young Simba. Nigga, check the splendor. And I can't wait to be the king, nigga, young Simba. I remember that shit like yesterday. Give me goosebumps when I think about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, this nigga from North Carolina? Now I'm listening to all the CDs. I'm listening to the come up. I'm listening to the blow up. I'm listening to the warm up. I'm listening to the Friday Night Lights. Yo, my nigga, go to Spotify, Apple Music, go to Jcole and go to his the first albums in his discography. Yo, Friday Night Lights. The rest of me is comfortable. The other half is over the cliff, like Mr. Huxtable. Yo, what? This nigga. I knew he was gonna be a legend from then. I knew he was gonna be a legend from then, bro. From the mix CDs. That's how he got put on. Jay-Z heard the mix CDs. Summons them. Yo, get up here to the office. Yeah, we want to talk to you. That's how he got put on. Those same mix CDs is what put me onto him. Same thing with Nipsey Hussle. RIP to the homie Wadia, man. You know what I'm saying? So crazy. She passed away some years ago, but another time me and Wadia is chilling, we kicking it, and she's like, yo, you ain't never heard of Nipsey Hussle? I'm like, nah, Nipsey, who is that? She's like, yo, grab my phone. She upload one mix CD. The marathon continues. I'll never forget it. I'm back in VA. I'm moving around the streets, right? This is like 2000 and maybe 13 or 14. You know what I'm saying? This is early, like 2013. It was early, like 2013 or 14 or something. Maybe earlier than that. You know what I'm saying? I can't even bullshit you. It might have been earlier than that, right? I'm riding my car. I remember she uploaded the music as she always does, and I got the aux cord in. And I played the Marathon Continues by Nipsey Hussle, right? And the first song on that mix CD is called Love. And I'll never forget it. Again, give me goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? Fake niggas don't show me love, and all you fake bitches, I don't want your hugs. I got this pistol in the gang of hundreds. In the drop Mercedes Benz getting dumb blunted. Don't be surprised if you don't get what you never wanted. I'm in my 5th fly whip while you ain't never stunted. Never going broke funny cause I never budget. Lot of niggas round now that I don't never fuck with. That's why I'm in and out of town, out in other countries. It's like the less I come around, the more I'm getting money. Yo, this nigga Nip was snap. I was like, what? Like, who is this nigga? Nipsey Hussle. The marathon continues. And I've been catching wind lately that the feds want me. But I'm going to keep getting rich or it's going to get ugly. And to my mama, I'm a gangbang graduate. Riding in the transition from this crippin' wasn't easy, nigga, but I mastered it. That's why I still deliver rap so passionate. Built my own lane, ain't no nigger ever hand me shit. Slauson Ave, do you understand the averages? The facts I'm still breathing speaks volumes to my savages. We lust lavishness and aim for extravagance, even if it's only temporary. At least we had this shit. Like, I'll never forget when I first heard that verse. And I've been rocking with Nip ever since. 2015, I went out to Cali with my old lady. I went directly to the motherfucking Marathon store before it was the Marathon, before it was a smart store. I say all that to say this, right? This little thing of ours with this hip hop shit is powerful. It's a powerful, powerful tool. It's a powerful frequency that we are in control of. We might not own it, but trust me, we control it. We control it because we control what comes out our mouth. We control the lyrics that we deliver. We control the narrative that we paint. Now, they might pay you to go off a course. They might pay you to do some shit that's going to mislead the youngsters and destroy the community. And if you bite the cheese, then you bite the cheese, but you was in control. So, you know, Jcole, I didn't like what he did with that battle, but the overall scheme of things, the grand scheme of things, Jcole is an absolute legend. I respect him. Man, his music is profound. It's legendary, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga Jcole, and he didn't get killed like Nipsey. He didn't let niggas kill him. He didn't fall into a trap. You know what I mean? Before he was able to deliver these projects, you know, Kids on KOD. Man, Jcole got legendary albums, bro. Legendary. Forest Hill Drive, legend shit. You know what I mean? Born Sinner, legend. That Born Sinners album is a fucking classic, bro. Psst. Bro, go back and listen to that Born Sinners album. Psst. That shit went over a lot of y'all heads and under a lot of y'all bridges, bro. That Born Sinners album went over a lot of y'all heads, bro. That shit, respectfully, man, it's hard to describe what that is, bro. You know what I mean? So I wanted to say that because I don't want this to be taken as disrespect. I'm gonna clip this up. It's gonna go on my Instagram. You're one of the best, yeah. But there's always be a question mark. Oh yeah, not even a question. Yo, FBA King, not even a question mark. It's always gonna be an asterisk. It ain't no question mark behind Jcole. The nigga's nice. And that 7-minute drill song let me know if he wanted to go to war, that nigga would have been scrapped with an atomic bomb. He would have been scrapped with a nuclear weapon if he would have really wanted to go to war, because it ain't no question mark for me. You know what I mean? Respectfully, that nigga on every level, that nigga could drop commercial hits. That nigga could drop regular songs with niggas. That nigga could drop R&B infused songs. That nigga can drop, you know, storytelling songs. This nigga could do any aspect of this shit. And 7-minute drill, to me, I was ready. That shit was fire to me. A lot of people was like, yo, I listened to that shit. I was like, yeah, we got one. Yo, let me tell you something, right? If Jcole would have stayed in that battle, Drake would have had to bow out. Drake shit wasn't hitting like that. Drake got exposed very fast that, nigga, you like a pop artist. This shit don't even make sense. Like, you know, That shit you did with Meek Mills, you didn't even write that. You didn't even write that. Who wrote? I forgot who wrote that. The back to back song, the nigga Daylight. Nigga wanna go back to back. That shit. That nigga Daylight wrote that shit. So Drake would have had to bow out. It would have been K. Dot and J. Cole. The battle that we know with Drake wouldn't even exist if J. Cole would have stayed in that race. Trust me. That nigga, the way he was rapping, you know what I mean? So it ain't no question mark. It's an asterisk. It's like when niggas win them Super Bowls and then or like niggas get this and that. They got the, they got the perfect record, but it's an asterisk right there that always say like something ain't right about it. It ain't really what It's like when LeBron and them niggas won the Super Bowl and like won the championship in the bubble. It's like an asterisk by that one. It's like, yeah, they be like an asterisk. You tap on the asterisk and say, oh, this one was won inside a bubble during COVID, blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh, okay, this ain't no real championship, my bad. It's like that joint. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he would have smoked his boots. I think, I'm gonna say this, right? Seeing how far K. Dot was willing to go with this battle, I believe he would have won the battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, yo, like seeing how far K. Dot was willing to go with calling Drake a pedo and all that, I believe he would have won the battle with J. Cole because J. Cole, again, he got that Chico the Barge in him. J. Cole, that nigga got them weird dreads. You know, like when a white man grow dreads and shit, he got like them weird dreads and she got the homeless dreads. You know what I mean? Nigga got that Christopher Wallace in him. You know what I mean? That G Money, that Chris Brown in him. And then Kendrick Lamar is like Wesley Snipes. I just believe that nigga would have won the battle. I don't think J. Cole, J. Cole wasn't really ready to go like as far as it was about to go. That's why he got out of there. That's why J. Cole got out of there, because he realized like, oh shit, like me talking about the nigga album's that ain't gonna be enough. This shit about to get ugly. Nigga gonna call me a mulatto. The nigga gonna call me a swirl. He gonna call me an Oreo. The nigga gonna call me a homeless. He about to talk about my mama white. J. Cole, mama white. What the fuck you think K. Dot was gonna do with that? Your mama's a white woman. Your daddy's black. Hey, listen, yo, that nigga K. Dot got a song called Black of the Berry. Black of the Berry, sweeter than Jew. I'm on 2016. It don't with me. Like he talking about like, I know you hate me, nigga. You know what I'm talking about, Black of the Berry. So imagine what that nigga was gonna do with J. Cole and his white mama. Yo, respectfully, he wasn't gonna smoke his boots, but that shit was gonna get nasty, son. That's why J. Cole got out of there. Yeah, that's why he got out of there. Yeah, nigga, talking that rap shit ain't gonna be enough. He about to talk about you a motherfucking Oreo, nigga. Yeah, G Money. Yeah, you light skin. He was gonna get on that nigga. He was gonna get on him. Nah, I think J. Cole would have went so far and he would have lost his homeboys for real. Shit, J. Cole ready to prove he was the best rapper. Yeah, but you gotta think, and I agree with that to a certain extent, right? But look at what happened with Drake and Kendrick. It went way past who's the best rapper. It was like at first it was like who's the best rapper. Then that shit turned to like, nigga, you a pedophile, nigga. You know what I mean? That ain't got nothing to do with it. Listen, that ain't got nothing to do with rap, nigga. Yeah, you can rap, I can rap. Wop, 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 nah, fuck him up, do your stuff. Why you working on a bitch? He's a liar, kind of like a chord, and it's probably A minor. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, listen. That shit ain't got nothing to do with who can rap the best. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, yeah. So, who can rap the best wasn't gonna win that battle. And I think, and I'm for sure that J. Cole realized that. I'm nice, nigga. He nice, and I'm nice. But the shit I'm about to have to say about this nigga, we can't be friends after that. Yeah. The shit he probably gonna say to me, nigga, we can't be friends. You get to talking about your, you know, that his mama got the dog fur and all that. J. Cole mama got dog fur. We can't be friends after that, nigga. Yeah, we can't be, you know, man. Yeah, we can't be friends, nigga. I'm gonna tell you something. I bet you this. If it would have been J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar and Drake wasn't involved, I bet you Kendrick probably would have used my shit instead of Hassan Campbell. Instead of cut your TV off, he would have been like, get your dog fur, nigga. Get the dog fur, watch the dog fur, nigga. He would have did the dog fur shit for J. Cole. I'm just bullshit. Oh. But yeah, man. K-Dot was gonna win that regardless. I don't think no nigga like, I just don't think like, you know, this ain't racist. I ain't trying to be racist, but I'm just saying like, you can't have the dog fur in you and go against a field nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why the dog fur, that's why the light-skinned niggas was in the house, and that's why the dog fur was in the house. And the black niggas, the real black niggas was out in the field. It was a reason for that. It was way deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And niggas like J. Cole and Drake was in the house for a reason. Respectfully, I'm not saying them niggas is soft. I'm just saying like, nigga, you know, your daddy was, you know, you got the dog fur in you. We can't put you outside with them black niggas. You can't win with them. You cannot win, bro. And that's what happened. That's what was gonna happen with K-Dot and any of them niggas, like Drake or K-Dot or Kendrick Lamar, Drake, J. Cole. Both of them niggas. The one thing them two niggas got in common is they mamas is got the dog fur. That's it. J. Cole mama got the dog fur. Drake mama got the dog fur. That's the only thing they got in common. But with all that being said, I rock with J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Love his music. I'm ready for his album to drop. I want to hear it. It's gonna be fire, I'm sure. And we gonna rock out like that. Big salute to the chat. Some shit. Who is ready to battle him? I don't think Slim Shady could fuck with K-Dot. I think that technically, Slim Shady and K-Dot is like on the same level. Technically, when it come to like the technical part of rap. Other than that, man, shit, what the fuck Eminem gonna say to that nigga? Man, that nigga don't want no, yo, M don't want, yo, let me tell you something, bro. When I seen what he did to Drake, I just don't, bro, that nigga, bro, you ain't no white boy can beat that nigga, nah, man, it ain't gonna work. That rapping fast shit and all that Eminem do, it's cool, but it ain't gonna be enough, bro. It ain't gonna be enough. I'm sorry, saying J. Cole. Yeah, M is nice. You know what I'm saying? M is nice. Now, I ain't saying like, but technically, you ever heard like, yo, K-Dot could get in that same bag with Eminem. K-Dot could get in that same bag, like rapping fast, you know, the stacking bars, the double entendres, the triple entendres. You know, K-Dot could do all that. And that nigga's he's black. That nigga ain't like, that shit separates us. Y'all don't, nobody really want to understand that, but like, this thing is a culture. It's like a culture. It's like something that you can't, it's not a tangible thing. It's something that, you know, rap come from the resistance of poor people and black people in the ghettos resisting the government, resisting you know, the man, resisting police brutality. This shit came from a resistance. You know what I mean? This shit is deeper than like songs and bar. Like hip hop come from a resistance, like rebels, nigga. So, you know, M is rapping his ghetto. M is rapping his reality. Like trailer park shit. We don't relate to that. That nigga can't fuck with K. You crazy. Eminem wouldn't dare go. I know for a fact he wouldn't battle K. Dot. Salute, salute. So yeah, man, we gonna talk. We gonna listen. Make sure y'all got y'all notifications on, man. It's 12:30. I stayed way longer than I was planning to stay anyway. And we locking in tomorrow for sure. We gonna lock in tomorrow for sure. Yeah, man, the soul and the spirit, vanilla ice and vanilla ice. It's spiritual word, yeah. A 9 to 5 slave work. A 9 to 5, you meant to say a 9 to 5 is slave work. I can agree with that to a certain extent. I'll take MGK over Eminem any day. Nah, I'm gonna go with Eminem over MGK. Two white boys like that, I'm going with M for sure. K. Soul, yeah. Drake never cared about the culture. If he did, he wouldn't have done some of the things he did when he took the L. Yeah, Drake is a actor, bro. When I say these rappers as actors, Drake is the #1 culprit. That nigga is an actor who learned how to imitate. He's an actor. You know what I'm saying? So he could sit around you niggas and then, you know, he out there in Houston sitting around niggas, and next thing you know, he got Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. And that nigga got the screwed up shit all in his songs, and it sound amazing. You know what I'm saying? And he sit out there in Memphis, and then he got the song out there, and the nigga, on my worst behavior. You know what I mean? He got that shit. And nigga sit out there with Wayne, and he got the whole Cash Money thing and the New Orleans shit. And you know what I'm saying? Drake sit over there with the one nigga. Now he got, if you read in this, it's probably too late. That was a whole album. That whole album was a reference album from, I forgot the homie name who did that. Nigga wrote that whole album. That shit broke my heart when I heard. That's when I knew I ain't fuck with Drake. When I found out he didn't write, damn, what song? Yo, I can't think of the song that nigga. It's a song that he wrote. What's that song? Damn, y'all can't think of it, man. But that shit broke my heart when I found out he ain't write that shit. I was like, damn. That was like one of my favorite songs on that album. That yo, I was heartbroken, son. I was heartbroken when I can't think of the song. I don't even listen to that. I don't listen to Drake. I ain't listened to Drake discography in years, bro. I ain't listened to Drake on like Spotify, like listen to old. I used to listen to old Drake. Drake got so much fire music that I used to just go back into his discography. I could listen to like Scorpion. That album was a classic to me. Yo, that Scorpion album. Sandra's Rose, man, that shit was fire. Yo, that shit, if you read, and this is probably too late, was a fucking classic to me. What's the one joint? That nigga Drake, man. What's the one joint with the blue album cover with his heads in the clouds? That shit was a classic to me. You know what I mean? Hold on. That shit was a classic to me, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Shit crazy. Broke my heart, yo. Nothing Was the Same. That album was a classic to me, yo. That nigga, that shit, Thank Me Later. That nigga Drake had like some classic albums, and then come to find out, this nigga be having like ghostwriters and reference tracks, and he just, I ain't listened to Drake in a long time. Yeah, you know what's funny, man? I'll stick to my Griselda and the only built for Cuban links. I like Benny. I like Benny the Butcher, but I'm not really. I gotta be like in a certain. I don't really listen to Griselda like that. I like Benny though. Benny's nice. 97 Hove. I think it was 97 Hove, 98 Hove, 97 Hove. That's like my favorite joint from Benny. I don't like 38 Special like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like his flow like that. But he alright, he nice. Conway, he alright, he nice. I think Benny's nicest out of all of them. Me personally. You know what I mean? I like Benny. I like Benny more than all of them. But Griselda, them niggas be, you know, I don't know, man. I like, they remind me of like the Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I'm saying? I like that style of music every now and then. If I get in the zone, I'll listen to it. But, you know, I ain't, nah. Like 97 Hove. Like 97 Rose. All right, man. So listen, y'all know what time it is. Where we at? Last 48 hours. Damn, that shit got, damn, that's some good numbers right there. I ain't gonna bullshit you. Okay. I'm about to say that makes sense now. Okay, that makes sense. I thought I was off. That ain't bad. 23,000. Sky Zoo. I might check him out. Rocky Marciano. Yo, I seen something on I think it was Instagram earlier with Rocky Marciano and Alchemist. I listened to a couple of the bars, but I don't know. I'll have to go through his shit. You know who I'm gonna close out with this. I'm gonna close out with this. You know, other than the clips, right? Other than the clips, because that's my favorite album of the year. I'm going. So, you know, let God sort them out. To me, is album of the year. What's the boy name? Damn. Yeah, there you go. Right. Right. This joint right here, yo. I'm a tell y'all what. Listen, hold on. All right, so let God sort them out. My album of the year. But if the Clips didn't drop an album this year, right? If the Clips didn't drop an album this year, I'm gonna tell you what my runner-up is, right? Because I had to think when I see all in the chat with all these different people. Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2 with Alchemist. It ain't, man, that shit is fire. That's all I be listening to, yo. Yo, salute. I ain't trying to, hey, look, I'm gonna put y'all on to something. I want y'all to go listen to, yo, this shit right here, son. Yo, Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2, featuring Alchemist. This right here, look. Look! Look! Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs. Yo, this shit right here, bro. That's like all I be, yo. I don't know about the first one, but the Alfredo 2. I gotta check out one then. You said one was better. I'm gonna check that out. I wasn't even up on one, Freddie Gibbs. I came across this shit somehow. I heard it like on Instagram or something. And then I heard like the bill, like, damn, I want to listen to the yo. You're welcome. To everybody that didn't know, this shit right here. Listen, bro. I'm going with the home team. You know what I mean? I'm going with the Clips. I'm going with let God sort them out. Cause the production on that shit, like the lyrics on that shit, like that joint right there need to get that Grammy. But what you listening to? Yo, Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2, nasty work, B. Nasty work. Nasty work. Yeah, I know about Larry June. I feel like Freddie Gibbs, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like Freddie Gibbs is the creator of that, like that Larry June, Rocky Marciano shit, like the way them niggas rap. I feel like that's Freddie Gibbs shit. You know what I mean? I feel like yo, that part 2 shit is fire. Ransom, yeah, I rock with Ransom. I ain't listened to none of his latest. Hold on, watch this. But Ransom had what was the name? Damn. Watch this. Director's cut. That's what it's called. Yo, I had see. But I mean, I got my memory's good. My memory is fire. Which one though? Yo, the nigga Ransom had a joint. Director's cut 2. Is it 2? Here it is. This shit right here. Yo, this shit right here. Go listen to this from Ransom. Director's cut scene 2. That shit, I like that way better than Griselda. You know what I'm saying? Like what Ransom was doing with that Director's cut scene 2 joint, nasty. All right. Big salute to the chat, man. Hey, listen. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe button and all that. Make sure y'all notification bells is ringing. We back in the algorithm. We going live tomorrow, so be ready. You know what I mean? Be ready. We gonna have some fun, all right? So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in, man. Listen, I suggest you tap into this Grown Man business. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick, into the bottles. Straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. All right, straight, raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing. We not dressing nothing up, man. I'm only here to give you this game straight, raw, my G. Pure, dope. Nothing more, nothing less. No fentanyl, no baking soda, no quinine. We ain't water whipping this dope, and we ain't counter whipping this dope. It's straight raw, off the brick, into the bottles. Nothing more, nothing less. All right? Be back in the algorithm, man. Well over 20,000 in and out the chat tonight. Listen, man. Get in the comment section. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all is in my DMs. I'm with that, but I do answer comments. I gotta be more diligent with the comments, but I need y'all in the comment section as well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas be in my DMs like, yo, I can't even answer all the DMs. I'll just be scrolling through. I pluck 1 or 2. That's it. Maybe 3. I can't really, it's too many of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I mean? Go in the comment section. I can see that more clearly. And you can go in the DM, but just make sure you're in the comment section, right? Jcole, man, I had to have some fun with him, but salute to Jcole. Love the music. If this is going to be the last album, I will stamp that he has had a legendary run in this rap game. I don't give a fuck. We're going to put an asterisk by your name, though, for what you did with that, when you backed out that battle and all that. You got to have an asterisk, nigga. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? But that don't take away from a legendary run. You feel me? I'm anxious. I want to hear the music. I'm ready for the fall off the album. I'm ready for all that. But at this day and age, I want to say this as well. We got Freddie Gibbs. We got the Clips. We got Griseldas. We got Larry Jones and Marcy Rockianos or Rockiano Mark, whatever these niggas name it. We got some shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, you gotta accept that. But I'm rocking with it. As long as there's an asterisk by the name, right? And, you know, we're going to, you know, I wanted to throw that out there. Big salute to, you know, Jcole, man, for just delivering, like, powerful music. Legendary shit. For me, it's legendary. You know, top 3 for me of this generation. No question. All right? And then we're going to talk, man. We're going to talk about... We're going to talk about the Revenge of the Nerds, man. I think that this is very necessary to speak on. You know what I'm saying? The Revenge of the Nerds. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really getting out of hand. And I already told y'all, and I'm gonna continue to tell y'all, like my uncles told me, like my OGs told me, right? The man make the money don't make the man. The money don't make you a man, my G. The money don't make you hard. The money don't mean we supposed to listen to you because you got money. The money do not, you can't, yeah, the money don't make up for those shortcomings. You know what I mean? And it's this shit nasty work. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. And we're gonna talk about what's going on in these YouTube streets. You niggas is getting out of it. We gonna talk to you niggas too. We gonna have some fun. It's all love. It's all love, man. Man, respectfully, you know what I mean? We gonna have some fun, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be all love. It's gonna be all love, you know what I mean? Salute, man. Virginia Beach, salute, Vibe Beach. Yeah, Cheese Town. You know what I mean? You was moving around out there. Yeah, you was moving around out there. Slow. Stop straddling the fence. What you talking about? Yeah, exactly. Comments get you in the algorithm too. They go by responses to your video. Exactly. I need niggas in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop engaging in the DM, you know what I'm saying? But I can't reach everybody. It's too many DMs, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers want to talk about this, they want you to talk about that, they want you to do this, they want you to do that. They sending you clips of this, they sending you clips of that, and then with everybody else trying to reach out, I almost be wanting to start because when business reach out, I gotta send these niggas to the email because in the DM I might miss business because there's so many people in the DM. I be missing business. It be blue checks all in the DM. It be all people and I get to a DM late because it's 100 motherfuckers in the DM, just random subscribers in the DM and shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I gotta figure that out, man. Y'all gotta get in the comment section. You know what I mean? Just I'll have 40,000 views on a live stream, and the shit might have 20 comments in it, or 9 comments in it, or 8 comments. Like how the fuck? You know what I mean? Like it make people look at my shit crazy. Like yo, this nigga out. This live stream got 40,000 views, and this shit got 12 comments. Come on, son, y'all niggas is bugging. I'm gonna start cutting niggas off in the DM. You guys ain't gonna be able to get in. You guys gonna have to come to the comment section. Goddamn video got 45,000 views on it with 12. Come on, man, 12 comments and it's 4. Come on, man. Yeah, I ain't buying no bots. I ain't doing nothing because this is the thing. What happens, right? I get niggas so much engagement in the live stream. That's what somebody was telling me. So I got a homie. He got like, he got a lot of subscribers. He got like a little under 300,000 subscribers, and he was saying, bro, you give them so much engagement in your live streams that by the time you get out of there, they don't really feel like they got to go on the con. They done said everything they needed to say. You know what I mean? Everything done been put out there, so niggas don't go on the con. I was like, that kind of makes sense. So I'm about to start making my live stream shorter, maybe like an hour at a time. I always say that, and then I never do it. Cause I like fucking, I'll be up here rocking with y'all. We be rocking out. I don't do this shit like, you know what I'm saying? But he was saying like, yo, bro, you get in there, you be engaging with your people, and y'all be doing, he be in the live chat, and he be in there. He was like, yo, by the time you get out of there, niggas, and that makes sense. We'll figure it out. We'll get it right. Appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, we working, we growing, we definitely getting this thing right. But yeah, with that being said, man, we going live tomorrow. Just keep your eyes open. A lot of y'all might be at work for the first live stream. I might go live a little bit early just to get the algorithm moving. But tomorrow night and then tomorrow late night. So tomorrow afternoon and then tomorrow night we will be live. So just make sure y'all tap in. So you already know what time it is. It's your boy Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You already know you could tap in and you could tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in.